You know, we always hear about these big top-down national policies, but what happens when a single community just decides to write its own story? That's exactly what we're looking at today. We're diving into the development plan for Uttarpani village, an incredible blueprint for building a thriving, self-sufficient community, literally from the ground up.
Okay, so right at the very heart of this whole thing is this one really powerful statement. And it's more than just a catchy slogan. This is their official vision. A green, educated, prosperous, and self-reliant village. That one sentence? It's the North Star for everything else in the plan. It's basically the promise they're making to themselves.
Right, and that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Having a great vision is one thing, but actually making it happen, that's the hard part. So this is where the plan gets really interesting. It shifts from the what they want to do to the how they're going to do it. It's a super detailed strategic roadmap for turning that dream into a real tangible thing for everyone living there.
All right, so where do you even start with a plan this big? Well, you start with the foundation. The very first pillar of the plan is all about nature and infrastructure. It's about building that physical framework for the future, but, and this is key, doing it in a way that works with the natural environment, not against it.
And when you look at the details, you see how smart this is. It's all connected. We're not just talking about building a road. We're talking about connecting all 9 wards, opening up new opportunities for everyone. It's not just installing some streetlights. It's about real energy independence using solar. And maybe most important of all, it's about getting that basic necessity, clean drinking water, piped straight into every single home. This is the bedrock, the absolute foundation for everything that comes next.
Okay, so once that solid foundation is in place, what's next? The plan shifts focus to building a really vibrant local economy. This second pillar is all about economy and opportunity. The goal here is to create a system that actually generates jobs and prosperity inside the village, for the people of the village.
And this is one of the biggest, most strategic shifts in the entire plan. They're aiming to move farming away from the old-school subsistence model, just growing enough to get by, to a modern, commercial one. We're talking about farming not just to survive, but to sell. This means bringing in new tech like drip irrigation, zeroing in on high-value cash crops, and, this is a huge one, shifting from everyone working alone to harnessing the collective power of cooperatives.
So, what exactly do they mean by high value? Well, the plan doesn't just throw the term around. It gets super specific. They're talking about prioritizing cash crops, things like ginger, cardamom, and coffee, that can actually fetch a good price at the market. And at the same time, it's about professionalizing livestock farming. The idea is to turn dairy, egg, and goat production into real, profitable businesses for local families.
But here's the thing. The plan doesn't just say, hey, farmers, go do this. It lays out exactly how they're going to be supported. It's basically a 3-part system. First, give them the right tech. Second, guarantee they can actually sell what they grow through those cooperatives so they're not left high and dry. And third, make sure they can get financial help, like subsidized loans, so they can actually afford to invest and grow their businesses.
Now, farming is huge, but it's not the whole picture. Uttarpani is also sitting on this incredible tourism potential, and the plan is all about unlocking it. They've pinpointed key attractions like the Heil View Tower and Namaste Waterfall to build around, and the strategy isn't about big, faceless hotels. It's about encouraging authentic stuff like homestays and camping, so the money goes directly to local families. They're also really focused on ecotourism to protect the beautiful nature that people are coming to see in the first place. Plus, they're empowering young people to become the guides and entrepreneurs of this new industry.
Okay, but as we all know, true development isn't just about roads and money, right? It's about people. And that's exactly what the third pillar is all about. A deep, meaningful investment in the community itself. This section focuses on education, health, and security. It's about making sure every single person is set up for a good life and a bright future.
And their approach to education is just so comprehensive, it's not just one thing, it's a whole system. First, they're modernizing the schools. We're talking new tech and better training for teachers. But it doesn't stop there. They're also setting up technical centers to teach practical, real-world skills that are actually in demand. And then, to bring it all home, they're offering scholarships and career counseling to help every student figure out their best path forward.
Okay, now this is just brilliant. Look at this breakdown. The vocational training isn't just some random list of courses. It is strategically designed to plug directly into the new village economy. 35% of it is focused on modern agriculture. Another 30% is in hotel management, hello, tourism industry. Then you've got essential skills like ICT and trades. Literally, every bit of training is tied to a real job that will exist right there in their own community.
And finally, this pillar makes sure there's a strong safety net for the whole community. This means making sure local health centers have the skilled staff and the medicine they need. It means being proactive with awareness campaigns for things like maternal, child, and even mental health. And it means expanding Social Security to take care of the most vulnerable among them, the elderly, people with disabilities, and single women. It's really about building a community where everyone, and I mean everyone, feels looked after and secure.
So, let's recap. We've got the infrastructure, we've got the plan for the economy, and we've got the investment in people. But the big question remains, how do you actually make it all happen? That's where this final and maybe most crucial section comes in, making the dream a reality. This is all about the implementation strategy.
And their strategy for getting it done is so clear and practical. It's a 4-step process. Step 1, the community itself decides what's most important. Step 2, they form specific committees to manage different areas, like one for farming, one for tourism. Step 3, the funding is a smart mix, pulling from local, federal, and partner sources. And Step 4, transparency. They've built in a monitoring system and an annual review to keep everyone accountable. This makes it clear this isn't some dusty report that's going to sit on a shelf. It's designed to be a living, breathing guide that the community truly owns.
And in the end, it all comes back to this one powerful idea, their final slogan: development in local hands, our village, our pride. And that just says it all, doesn't it? That's the core message of this entire plan. It's all about empowerment, it's about ownership, and it's about that incredible pride that comes from building your own future together. This blueprint, it's more than just a document for transforming one village. It's really a testament to what is possible when a community gets together with a shared vision. And it kind of leaves you with a question, right? If one village can create a roadmap this detailed, this thoughtful, what's stopping others from doing the exact same thing?